confusing. Like, even Inception was, like, a pretty big mindfuck at the time.
I didn't see that movie.
You never seen Inception?
No. I own it on Blu-ray.
I know, my goodness.
Welcome back to another episode of the Soundscape Sessions.
What up?
Yo, yo.
I'm Mal. That's Trav. This is
Hello.
Don't.
I went there.
Don't do that.
I like it.
We're not doing that.
This is Adam.
No. Yes, that's me. I'm Adam.
I dig it.
And this is another episode of Free Talk Friday,
Free talk.
where the talk is free.
I thought
and
I was
so are
getting
we.
paid for this.
It's a free it's a free country. It's a free talk. That's I don't know. Listen, it's been a long day.
Yeah.
It's been a very, very, very long
Well,
day.
you didn't even work today, did you?
I was in here all day.
Where were you?
Oh, yeah, the new set.
Oh,
The
yeah.
new set.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Everyone
man.
appreciate
Welcome.
it.
But you were just your dad built it. What did you just? You're like it was a long day just looking at the room,
Well,
watching my dad do all the work.
listen, he needed me to like give him some
Go
motivation.
pass me a
from
hammer.
time. No, I would pass him the wrong hammer, knowing me.
Moral support.
Yeah,
helper.
no, he's
Good job, Dad.
Yeah. No,
So,
seriously.
My
You killed it.
My
seriously,
father
though.
my father is in home renovations, and me and him worked out a sweet little deal, and we have a sweet setup now. We have a sweet studio we can film in and stuff, and
Looks beautiful.
there's I don't think there's a problem with anything. I'm quite speechless.
I mean, maybe you sitting in the room. I think that's the only problem. Just kidding.
I was going to go there, but I was going to say that about Travis. So
Oh, well, there you go. See, we all hate each other. So.
that's why we're doing a podcast together.
Absolutely,
So we
but
can get those barbs out.
But anyway, yeah, just shout out to
Yeah, shout out to Adam's
James
dad,
Narvali.
Jim, thank
my
you so
father.
much.
Thanks
Yes.
so much, Jim, Dad.
James Narvali.
Yeah, and we will continue and proceed.
Absolutely.
So I don't know if you guys know about what's coming up in the old movie industry,
Oh, God.
but it is
This guy.
every time I bring a subject, Travis is like, "Oh God."
I'm just rarely like all the shit that comes out like nowadays. Is
No, but it's not a movie.
more than crap.
It's not a movie. It's award season, bro.
Oh, fucking Oscars.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
man.
Oscars, Golden Globes.
That was actually a really willy. Did you hear how good that was?
It sounded real.
Is they call that a raspberry?
Were you actually just covering up?
No. Well, you guys will know in a couple seconds. Why?
Oh God.
That was like a great. That was a great fart noise.
Yeah, no. I used to like watching that shit, but then there's just been so many years where it's just like, somebody gets an award because, for clear example, the Revenant, Leo DiCaprio.
Yeah.
It was a good movie. Would I ever watch that movie ever again? Probably not. But yet he
Okay.
won a fucking Oscar for it.
But like his role in that movie was insane, though, dude.
Yeah, but I
There
would
were
argue
definitely
he had a lot better roles.
definitely
I mean-
definitely other movies by Leo that I would love to watch. That I'm just not a huge fan of people getting, pardon my French, fucked by bears.
It's true. I don't know. I like that movie because it was like pretty crazy.
But we all know how much you love people getting messed up by dinosaurs.
It's
so
true. I like
a,
people.
A bear is even better, right?
It's the second best thing.
Yeah. Next to
Yeah, no, I mean, I enjoyed the movie, and I thought Tom Hardy was really good in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it was just one of those movies where it was just like, okay, like that was a good movie, but it's not going to be one of those movies where I'm like, I need to watch The Revenant again. This was just such a good movie.
I mean, I think the Oscars are kind of like that. They're kind of like, I guess, like hit or miss. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to like gauge sometimes because it's like, yeah, I feel like Leo's done like some pretty crazy roles.
We're going to Monaco!
And lost. Like, I'm kind of surprised. I feel like he was nominated for his role in Wolf of Wall Street,
Okay.
but like he definitely didn't
Jordan
win.
Belfort.
Yeah,
Jordan
but like he was
Belfort.
insane in that movie. Like,
Oh. Fuck, dude.
I mean, Leo's usually pretty crazy, but like in that movie,
There's
it was
some
like,
pretty crazy shit.
Yeah.
Oh man, one of my favorite things in that movie, or there's like a behind the scenes shot, and you've probably seen it, and it's just Leo, and he's just so locked in. He's just like he's just like looking at the floor, and he's just like, and just waiting for like the action, and then when it says action, you just hear him just boom,
Oh yeah, I've seen
pop
that.
in,
Yeah.
and then he's just like on it, and I'm
yeah,
love
he's
it.
pretty crazy.
I really like watching that happen, Malcolm.
It was. I mean, I know it's all like fake and shit, but just like, because he's like, no wonder him and Jonah Hill got so close.
Yeah.
After that movie, because they did so much crazy shit together throughout that movie.
Yeah, right.
It's like, I don't really know Leo. I just met him. He seems like a really nice guy, and now I got to show up on set, and I'm doing like a fucking threesome with him.
Yeah.
Like,
Have you seen the clip where Leonardo DiCaprio is like coming out of a cafe in like Hollywood, and like Jonah Hill runs up to him pretending to be like a fan?
I
or,
think
like,
I
a
have, yeah.
paparazzi?
And
Oh yeah.
And then, doesn't he like first? He's just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
And then
he's, like, scared.
yeah.
It's like a meme or whatever, or a GIF.
And then he notices it's actually Jonah. Yeah, I know. That's amazing. But yeah, no. There's a couple of really crazy scenes in that movie, but I guess I don't know. I can see why that wasn't like a winner.
I
well, I
the
mean,
movie-
maybe people
I
were a
fucking
little
love
offended by
that
it.
movie.
That
That's
movie's
like one
great.
of my favorite Scorsese.
Sorry, I just
movies.
want to clarify. Like the role or the movie? Like I could understand why the movie wasn't like.
The movie, like like itself, like just the subject matter.
The role
of
was
movie.
good too, though.
The role is
The role was good,
incredible.
too.
Like
Yeah.
I think like the role itself, that's why he was up for an Oscar. But I don't like the reason it didn't win. I think is because of the subject matter of the movie.
Yeah, I mean that's and I mean that's kind of like where the Oscars kind of like I used to follow the Oscars like pretty religiously when I first got into film. Like I was always like trying to see all the movies that were up for like at least best picture, like best director, best screenplay, like things I was interested in, like skills I liked to focus on.
Yeah.
But like yeah, there was always like times I remember like one year, like the year Avatar came out, like that got nominated for best picture. And I was stoked at the time because I was like really high on that movie when it came out, as I was like fucking like 18 years old. So
You were high on that movie.
I was high on
high
something
on
else.
blue.
You was
I was high on,
high on something else,
green,
getting high on the
watching
Blue Men.
Yeah.
This is like watch the Blue Man Group, and it's just like this isn't what I fucking paid for.
But like that year the Hurt Locker won, I'm pretty sure. And
Did it?
like yeah.
Okay, well that's an incredible movie.
Like,
Okay,
that is-
which
that
one
is
do I
an
keep
incredible-
mixing that up with? Jarhead. I keep mixing up the Hurt
Yeah.
Locker with Jarhead.
Okay, yeah, those are two completely different movies. Jarhead is Jake Gyllenhaal and The Hurt Locker has Jeremy Renner.
Yeah.
But are there bombs in the desert at one point?
Okay, well there are bombs in all war movies.
Yeah.
But
Is there a bomb in this?
is
war
there
movie?
a bomb in this movie, The Hurt Locker, in the desert?
No.
I mean
They
technically
get stuck in the desert in it, but it's not because of a bomb.
So either way, boom. That's how I probably mix them up.
True.
flawless.
Flawless execution, flawless victory.
Yeah, no, like I said, the Hurt Locker is all about like the bomb squad, like diffusing like bombs and the bomb crew, and Jeremy Renner plays like the diffuser.
Well, it's also about like how like war never
Obviously.
leaves soldiers.
yes,
and
I mean it's a war movie, so there's other fucking tones.
But
in it.
Jarhead's kind of like that too, like about how like
Of
war
course
never
it is.
leaves your like the soldier
Dude,
and shit.
I mean, Saving Private Ryan is kind of like that as well,
It's
right?
because
Brad-
it doesn't.
And every single war movie is like that, I guess.
I mean, I haven't seen every single war.
Like if you
movie,
if you're in a war movie and you survive the war
And you
movie,
survive?
shut up. If you're in a war movie and you survive the war movie, is there ever a part in history where like the guy was like, well, time to go on my date and like go see my girl, everything's great. Like every single time it's just like I had war. He didn't have war, but you know.
Yeah, no. I mean, like to be fair, like when like World War I and World War II happened, it was like this like crazy thing that like came upon humanity where like technology was like so revolutionized, like it was like people were being killed in like these new fantastic ways
Yeah, it's crazy.
so quickly. So it was like kind of like a lot different than I remember hearing about like how when World War I first started, like they tried to fight it, like they had fought every war like leading up to it, like with like horses and cavalry and like people leading the charge, and they learned really quickly. They're like, yeah, this isn't gonna work with like fucking machine guns and grenades.
This is a whole new world.
And that's why I kind of like. Have you guys ever seen
What?
inappropriate moment of breaking out into song?
That's not what we were doing. Sorry.
Have you guys ever seen All Quiet on the Western Front?
No.
No.
Okay, well that's like another war movie that came out a couple years ago. That was like a Netflix movie that was nominated for like Best Picture.
Oh, nice.
Which
That's
was
cool.
like also kind of like a change in the industry too, where like the Academy started recognizing like the movies that streaming services were doing too that weren't being released traditionally in theaters, right?
That's cool.
Neato.
That's cool.
But like that movie's kind of about how like war changed in World War I, and like, you know, they had the trenches and it was like a war of attrition.
Oh yeah,
and
trench warfare.
Yeah, it was like basically like the front line didn't move more than like, I don't know, like 100 feet or something throughout the entire course of like the war.
That's wild.
Yeah, so anyway, war movies are like, you know, there's always anytime like there's 1917 that was up for like Best Picture a couple years ago.
I gotta
like,
see that one. I haven't seen that one yet.
that movie is
I
like
heard it's
sick.
incredible.
The one that's in like 2 shots or something like that.
Yeah, it is. I remember I saw that movie with our friend Verzicott. Shout out Matt.
What up, Matt? Hey.
And
I know Matt.
and we were watching the movie, and I was like following it, and I'm like, when are they gonna cut?
Oh yeah.
2 hours later.
Did nobody tell you?
No, I didn't know anything. I knew it was like a war movie, and it was like
man.
highly like like people were stoked on it.
Really?
But I
So,
didn't know much about it other than
Get
that.
this. Do you ever remember like you never really took the train, did you? Or like subway or TTC or whatever? There's
Taking
there
a
was-
train across the country.
Okay, well, there's like on the TTC there was like a paper, like a TTC like paper or something,
Okay.
and like it would be like a little tiny column about like movies and shit.
Uh-huh.
And the first time I heard about that movie was in the fucking TTC.
Nice.
TTC newspaper.
Yeah, TTC newspaper column. But in that column, it said that like this is going to be wild because it's only in 2 shots.
Yeah.
And stuff, right? It might have been a different paper. Either way. But yeah, I remember seeing that at first, and I actually was like, oh, I kind of really want to watch this, and then I just never, you know.
There are a couple movies that are like basically not done in one shot, but like, have you guys ever seen Children of Men?
I think I have seen that one. Is that with who's that?
That's with
Clive? Is that with
Clive
my boy
Owen.
Clive?
Clive
That
Owen?
okay, I have
Yeah.
seen that movie. That movie is fantastic.
Yeah, and like that movie has
Fantastic.
a lot of like long unbroken shots.
Oh, the one with where Homegirl gets it like in the neck.
Yeah, she gets like
Is
Yeah.
that like a car chase or something?
yeah, they're like
Yeah,
driving
yeah.
a car down
I
a
haven't
forest
seen
road.
that movie. I've
Boop,
seen that
boop,
scene
boop.
though.
Yeah,
Oh, it doesn't sound like that.
it's much more
It's actually a
dramatic.
really serious scene. Actually, it's hard to get through. So
I did Clive Owen. I think he's sick.
I love Clive Owen. Where'd he go?
Yeah, where the fuck did he go?
Clive, where have you
Clive,
been?
come on out.
Dude, come
Let
on the
us
show.
know.
Seriously, this is your big comeback. We got a new studio. We got a new studio. You wanna enjoy this with us. I'm sorry, I'm just kind of looking around still.
Where's he
It's
gonna
great.
sit?
Inspiring. I mean, yeah, seriously, there's barely enough room for us in here. Not
just-
that that's a problem, Mr. Narvali.
I just realized. Whoa, yeah. My father, my father knows now, and now my father's coming for you. No, I'm joking. My father's a very gentle man.
Well, like going back to the Oscars, like I know you guys haven't seen any, but I definitely want to shout out a couple movies that are being like nominated for Best Picture. Like The Substance is like one of these like
Cool.
body horror films.
A friend of mine, Andrea, she watched it and she told me it was really, really good.
Yeah.
It's a Demi Moore.
Yeah, Demi Moore.
I heard it's
Wow,
really,
eh?
I heard it's
Demi
really,
Moore,
really
come
good.
back.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's
Speaking
like
of
a
comebacks.
like real prosthetic effects or whatever. Like
Well,
it's like
it's a horror movie, and it's like a body horror movie. So what happens is Demi Moore is this like aging female actress, and she's kind of being phased out of the industry because of her age. So she's like offered this like substance to basically
De-age.
de-age.
Nice.
Yeah, and the movie kind of like, I'm not gonna get too into it, but it kind of like goes into like the dynamics of that, and it is like crazy. Like I saw it, and I was kind of like just expecting to be like a wild, like mind blowing, like just like a wild like horror movie where you're like kind of freaked out, but like man, like there is some crazy shit going on in this movie. Like
I am a huge fan of Margaret Qualley, whatever her name is.
the younger
Demi.
yeah, the younger Demi.
Yeah, she's great, and Demi Moore's great too. I'm actually been very anxious to watch. Anxious,
But you're
I've been really
squeamish.
into. Yeah, I am, but
Yeah, I am.
shut up. That may be true, but she said that it was a good. My friend Andrea said that it was a good enough movie that I would like appreciate it and get over it.
100%, Yeah.
Right? Okay, can we get something straight here? I don't like broken bones. I'm
Oh,
okay
yes,
with
yes.
everything. Squeamish is not a big deal for me. Things like that, like I watched.
You did mention this.
I watched Planet Terror. I watched Grindhouse. That was cool.
That
but
was
like,
cool.
but the one scene I don't like is when she breaks her hand on the door. You know what I mean? Like, so
Yeah, that's pretty brutal.
yeah, I don't like broken bones, but like I'm that kind of stuff. Like, whatever. I'm tough.
Well, we'll watch the movie then. I think it would be a sick movie to do on the podcast, especially because it's got a lot of buzz going
I'm
about
down.
it. Yeah,
I'm
Demi
super
Moore has
down.
won a bunch of like best actor, like because it's award season, right? So I think like the Screen Actor Guild's award was the most recent one. And
That was last night, wasn't it?
Yeah, she won best actress at that
Cool,
one.
man.
Nice.
So, yeah, like I think that movie is sick. I think she definitely deserves to win best actress. I went to go see it with Christina, and and I was like, she's gonna get nominated. Like this movie's definitely gonna get nominated for a bunch of Academy Awards because it kind of like, I don't want to say it breaks new ground, but it like definitely approaches like themes that I think movies should be approaching.
Cool.
Right?
Are you like quite confident that are you quite confident she's gonna win?
We should do a friggin' no, because you guys don't bet. So there's no point.
I mean,
I could
I would bet
I would bet.
imaginary. I would bet $5 of Soundscape session money that Demi Moore wins.
Stocks are pretty low in the Soundscape sessions.
No, don't
right
tell
now.
them that.
because I used to work.
Well, I'm telling them that now because like they're actually really, really high and they're gonna.
One year when
It's reverse.
when I worked at Direct Buy, we did like an Oscar pool.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, it was fun.
cool.
I won like $10.
Oh, how many did you get right?
Like I don't care about winning money. I just
Dude, this was fucking 12 years ago. I don't remember what I got right, but I
Who
just remember
won
it being like really fun. Yeah.
I just care about like getting the answers right. I don't care about like the money though. I feel like for you that's like all it like you just want.
There's no point to me in like betting on something if you're not gonna actually bet.
I kind of
Bragging
agree.
rights, bro.
Yeah, but
that
like
doesn't mean shit.
bragging rights are really cool, but like if I won, I'm really close to winning my. I'm not really close, but like I'm pretty close to winning my fantasy Premier League.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, and I've only done it for 3 years. So that either means I'm a prodigy or everything is just aligning, right?
Everything's coming up Millhouse.
But
Everything is just aligning.
listen, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
So anyway, The Substance is up for Best Picture, Best Original Screenplay, Best Actress. Demi Moore for Best Actress. It's up for a bunch of awards. I'm not going to list them all. Dune 2 is up for Best Picture, which is
I didn't see that.
because like sci-fi movies and fantasy movies are often
I heard
another
that was
thing
good
that the
too.
Academy is like, we don't care. Fuck you, Avengers Endgame. You're
Was
not
Dune
that great.
Was Dune 1 good?
Yeah, Dune 1 was amazing.
And did that also have Timothy?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
He's the main guy.
He's
I
the
didn't
main
know
dude.
I didn't know if the main guy. It looked like a movie where the main guy could have died in the end.
He could have died.
Shut up.
So and then
You know,
another-
maybe he croaked, you know?
Oh, you don't know. Maybe he got whacked. You don't know this.
There it is.
Maybe he hit the 6 feet on the. You don't know for sure.
You know, maybe he's went swimming with the fishes.
I was
like
trying
Bobby
to think
Guzman.
of. Oh man, I'm done. We're done.
we were talking about this other movie. I don't know if you guys actually ended up watching it, but A Real Pain.
Oh, I really want to watch that because I love
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah, he's sick in that movie. Jesse Eisenberg,
Oh,
too.
yes, Jesse Eisenberg. I
Yeah.
do want to see that. That actually just dropped on Disney. Yeah.
Okay, can we do that one before we do the one you said you wanted to do? The Substance?
Sure. We could do both of them.
Why don't we do both?
Because the
It's
Substance.
award season, baby.
I feel
Let's
like
go.
the-
They're
I feel
relevant.
I feel like the Substance. I gotta work my way in. Like you gotta take me out a bit before I see the Substance.
Could
Gotta
have
loosen
dial
up.
me a little bit.
But I could watch Kieran Culkin all day because I'm almost positive that me and him are the same person. From different, just different. Same world, different people, but the same person.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you know what? He does kind of remind me of you a little bit. He's a little too. He gets pretty crazy.
He gets pretty crazy, and the thing is, I know that I don't get that crazy right now, but I feel as though if I had the means, I could get that crazy.
I mean, have you
Wait
seen?
till he's 40. Give him till he's 40.
Yeah, I gotta get Kieran. Is that how old he is?
I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
he's
dude,
like
he looks
40.
like he's friggin' like 32, dude. Looks great. Love the Culkins, but Kieran is my favorite Culkin.
I'd
I've
say
said
he's
this.
like 38 or 40. I think he was born in like
Yeah.
82.
Loved him ever since Home Alone.
Succession. Have you guys seen Succession?
No, but I heard that show was
No,
great.
but I've heard the show's awesome.
Yes, I've watched all of it.
Another thing I need to watch, I heard is really good, is Severance.
Severance,
oh,
I
is that
also
with
watched that.
Adam Drive? Is that his
Adam
no,
Drive? No.
That's not his name.
no.
It's a different Adam, though.
Scott.
It's a different Adam. Yeah, Michael Scott's brother.
Adam Scott is yes.
Guy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Parks and Rec, and also Step Brothers.
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, of course.
That was the first movie he ever did any improv on, eh?
Really?
Yeah,
Nice.
Step Brothers.
That was the first movie I ever saw him in anything of.
First movie I ever saw him in was Knocked Up. He
Oh,
plays
okay.
the nurse at the end.
Oh, true. But that's like a very small role.
Oh,
though.
totally, dude. Like, and he just says like the weirdest shit. He's just like, "Are you guys together?" Or... No. Actually, that's fucking what's his face, Ryan Howard.
Oh, okay.
Who he does that thing. But yeah, no, he's really weird in that movie. What was another thing? He was in something really good too. What the fuck was it? But that's what I'm saying. I saw him in something more serious, and then when I saw like fucking Severance, I was like, yeah, I could see this guy really like doing a really good job.
Yeah, he carries that show.
Yeah.
Severance has this like super eerie, like corporate, comedic, bureaucratic hell. Have you guys heard of this concept of like liminal spaces?
It
Yeah,
sounds
like people
familiar.
liminal living and shit.
Well, like so, like liminal space is like the back rooms.
Like
Okay, so Matrix 2. Have you guys seen Matrix 2?
No. Okay, it was.
I
Like
mean, I have, but I don't remember shit.
like a
except for
Harry
the highway
Potter room
scene.
or something.
Well, no, like so, like a liminal space is like, when you go into like an office space and it's just like white walls, corridors, and everything kind of looks the same, and you could like go down one hallway and get like kind of lost in like a maze. Yeah, so like a liminal space is kind of this idea of like this like super eerie space that's like very monotonous that you can like easily get like lost in, and like bureaucratic like office spaces are kind of like the more famous association because like you walk into an office space and it's kind of like a sort of hell, I guess you could say.
I guess you could say, yeah.
And like Severance kind of like is all about that, right? Like
Oh,
I would
interesting.
definitely recommend watching the TV show. Anyway, I brought up Succession because like I don't know if you'll be like, oh, me and Kieran Culkin are the same person after watching Succession.
Well,
Because he does
I'm
fucked up shit in that show.
So when I say I'm like I relate to Kieran Culkin, I'm more talking about like when he's being interviewed and shit.
yeah, fair.
And like so unless he's like hamming it up and pretending like he's this guy that like wakes up like 2 seconds before things, because like I literally do that, or I'll miss him completely. Ask this guy. You know what I mean? So like I've done that. Like I and a lot of things he said I've like related to. So more so him being Kieran Culkin, not so much his character, like the people he plays.
Gotcha.
That sounds very like.
I think he's great.
I'm
I
like Kieran
honestly
Culkin.
I
Like
think
no,
he's-
it's just I think he's crazy, and I think that sometimes the things that he do. And,
Yeah.
I also enjoy Kieran more than Macaulay. So
I mean,
well, let's not leave out Rory. Right? Is that his name? Rory Culkin?
there's a third one.
Yeah, he was in.
There's like 4 or 5.
He was in a movie about that band that killed the lead singer, like killed himself and shit. He was in that show Waco.
Be a little more
Yeah.
There's a lot of
No. Okay, so like what's that? Mayhem, the band Mayhem.
Never heard of him.
So Mayhem.
Oh yeah, that's the
Mayhem is like the Norwegian like crazy
Yeah.
thing. The guy, the lead vocalist, killed himself. Like just crazy,
Is that
crazy.
the thing we were talking about?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So his name is. Please tell me his name is Rory.
Yeah.
But like, if I've been saying his name was Rory this whole time, his name isn't Rory. I'm gonna be really embarrassed. But anyway, he's
Wow,
in that.
so-
It's
And-
Rory Culkin.
Okay, thank
And
goodness.
he played this
and
guy.
he's got
Wow,
long
now
hair.
I gotta watch
yeah,
this movie.
and he plays one of the guys in the band, and then he's also in Waco, which was a television series that my good friend John G, watched when he was
Johnny
living
G.
with me. But yeah, all the Culkins, I mean,
All
love
of
them.
They're hitting.
But the
it out of
thing
park.
is, I
I'm
mean,
not saying I don't like Macaulay. I just think
Yeah.
Kieran's dope.
I think that he's like, I'm so happy that Macaulay Culkin is just like thriving, happy, married to Brenda Song, has a star on the Walk of Fame, loved by everybody. You know what I mean? Was kind of worried about him for a bit there.
Yeah, it was,
Gave him a few calls. He didn't answer.
Yeah, he looked like. I think he was just fucking playing everybody though.
You know what, man? I think he was too. I think he's just like a genius troll,
Right?
and I love it.
like Joaquin was that one time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly like that.
Crazy method acting trolling.
So I wanted to ask you because we were talking about the Oscars. Like you don't like they don't mean much to you, right? You don't follow them. They don't offer much value. Like if you see a movie is up for Best Picture, are you like, I got to see that movie?
No.
No,
What about Best Actor? Like if you see.
No.
maybe, maybe. If it's Brad Pitt.
So like I guess if you don't follow the Oscars in that sense, like what would you consider to be like a critically acclaimed movie then?
Critically acclaimed movie. Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshanks.
Okay,
so
what's some more? I mean, I've seen like Oscar movies, obviously.
Yeah,
I just
obviously.
When people say the Oscars, to me, the first thing I think of is back in the day when Charlize Theron played Eileen Wuornos in Monster.
Okay, yeah.
And I remember
That's a good movie.
I remember this is the only time that I can really remember back in the day with me and my mom. And I remember we were watching it. It was getting late and shit. And she was just like, I'm watching this just because I know that Charlize is going to win. Because, like, I've seen this movie. I didn't watch it because I guess I was a little bit too young.
Oh, yeah, there's some crazy shit in that movie,
Yeah.
dude.
I've seen it since. Phenomenal. Like,
Great
absolutely
movie.
phenomenal. And I was just remembering, like, the whole time she was just, like, holding out. Like, she's like, Charlize Theron. And then she would show me pictures like, Adam, this is what she looks like in real life. This is what she looks like in the movie. I'm just like, wow. Like, they really made her look ugly. And then she was like, well, she also gained weight. And I was like, actors do that? And it's just like, you want to be an actor, Adam? And then, yeah, anyway. So
Origin story.
But but anyway, so yeah, my anything I remember, like, critically acclaimed movies in regards to Oscars, the first thing I think of is, like, Monster.
Yeah, but like if you guys don't like follow like the Oscars, I guess it's just like, so like what would you say if you've seen Oscar movies, right?
Of course.
And you're just like, I don't like The Revenant we were talking about earlier.
But that's no, because like I did enjoy that movie.
Yeah, but like you don't think it was worth the Oscar hype? Because when the Oscars hype something up, it inevitably, you know, like
yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's worth the hype.
So like I guess in to compare or contrast, like what's a movie you would compare to that you would say is like much better, that should have deserved maybe some more attention? Not that year, obviously, but just like.
Holy fuck! I don't know. That's a really hard question.
Was it Shawshank that lost to Training Day?
No.
No, Shawshank came
what
out a long
movie
time
lost
ago.
to Training Day? It
that
was Gangs in New York,
New York, yeah.
right?
True,
Maybe
that's crazy.
maybe
actually.
that. But the
Daniel
thing is,
Day-Lewis lost to
Denzel.
Denzel.
But the thing is,
That's actually crazy.
I love both those movies. This guy's insane about both those movies.
I am.
How would you even choose? Like, but I mean, personally,
Okay, so Training Day.
yeah,
There you go. There's one. It won an Oscar, but a lot of people
thought it should have went to Gangs.
didn't like. Well, a lot of people didn't like think that Training Day was really that great of a movie when it first came out. So,
Really?
like, yeah, like it took some time. Again, it's how it's shot. It's very guerrilla shooting like style.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Not your typical like Oscar movie where things look beautiful. I mean,
Yeah.
not always.
Well, I
you
mean,
know
maybe
what
that's what they were kind of going for. right?
What's another good movie? I'm pretty sure Dallas Buyers Club won a couple Oscars. That movie is
There you go.
definitely lives up to the hype. I think that movie was fantastic.
Another thing, like when you talk about like famous directors too, like Martin Scorsese has won a bunch of Oscars, but then you look at someone like Quentin Tarantino and he's only won 2, and it's only for writing at that, right?
Yeah, I mean he can't win one for best director, can he?
Yeah, he can.
Sure, I thought he wasn't like associated with like the guild for
maybe
that.
that's actually a
Yeah.
good point.
Oh, is that why?
I'm pretty sure because I know he's like I'm pretty sure he's part of the guild for writing, but I'm not sure if it's like directing as well. But I mean, who knows? Maybe that was before and now it's changed.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's a very good point. Hollywood tends to, give the same, but I mean, at the same time, Martin Scorsese is a fucking incredible director. So it's like, it might seem like, oh yeah, he's got a lot of Oscars. Like but it's like, yeah, but he deserves them. They're really good.
Oh no,
Yeah,
of
I
course
don't
not to
think-
say he doesn't deserve
No,
them.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, people can say, like, well, the Oscars, they always give it to the same people anyway. It's just like, well, there's a reason for that. It's like, they're really good at what they do. And like I said, man, like, directors like that, Spielberg, Scorsese, like, they've shaped the way for what movies you're watching now. Those are the directors who grew up watching Scorsese and Spielberg movies. And in 60 years from now, the directors that are big now, that'll be what they're doing.
But like I think there's a lot of like maybe genre directors, like maybe like Christopher Nolan or
Yes.
Denis Villeneuve, who do like really groundbreaking. Even James Cameron to a certain
James Cameron
extent,
definitely.
too,
Who's
right?
He
that?
does
James
these-
Cameron.
Yeah, he likes his big fucking blockbuster
And like
movies.
say what you will
Canadian.
about
He is,
time
yeah.
of skimming. Let's go. Say what you will
I'm
about
wearing my
like,
Canadian tuxedo on purpose, man. Canada just won the gold in the 4 nations.
let's go.
What can I say? It's our game.
But like going back to
Sorry.
like James Cameron and like Avatar, maybe like when you look at it from like a writing standpoint, is a pretty like lame movie that doesn't break any ground
No,
there. But that
but-
dude like invented like new technology
to shoot the shit.
to
yeah.
shoot that movie,
Absolutely.
right? And like even Avatar 2, The Way of Water, he like had to filming underwater is like so insanely complicated, and James Cameron does it like all the fucking time.
All the time. It's his thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he loves going in water, doesn't he?
He like almost I guess it's like for him like an Academy Award is almost like meaningless because this dude is like an engineer. He's like developing like technology for like submarines to like reach like new depths. Like,
Right? Like, I mean, even when he did Titanic, like,
Yeah.
he
Yeah.
didn't have to go down to the bottom of the ocean and look at the fucking Titanic.
I
but
think
he did.
he just wanted to go down there.
Oh, like that's what I'm saying.
I
like,
think he just wanted to go down
he's
there,
an
and he's like, no, I gotta
yeah,
go
he's
down.
an explorer.
Check out the
But he's
the
also
scenery.
He's also really good at directing and telling a story.
No, for sure. Like I like Avatar. I thought Avatar 2 was much better than Avatar 1. I mean, Terminator
okay.
2 is one of the greatest like films of all time.
That's
That was
one
on
we should
TV
do
the
on the
other day.
podcast
Oh
because
my
I've
gosh.
never seen it.
I feel like
Really?
every movie I bring up on this, you guys are like, I haven't seen it.
That's why we should do them.
We haven't seen a lot of great movies, you know. That's why we started the podcast. So we have no excuse.
I don't know why.
I
I've
will
never
show
seen
you the world.
Terminator. I honestly,
I've
don't.
seen the first one
I haven't seen any.
and the
of them.
third one, and the second one I haven't seen as much though. Unfortunately. Okay. You were talking about how James Cameron was doing all these cool new things, like how
Yeah.
he, who
How he,
who directed Inception?
So that was Christopher Nolan.
So Christopher Nolan, didn't he do that thing with the twisty hallway and stuff?
Yeah, exactly.
And,
So
yeah.
Christopher Nolan is another director that constantly like breaks new ground in like the genre of film, is like telling stories in these. Did you guys see Tenet?
No.
Like that movie's a wild fucking ride, man. It's like the whole movie. You know what a palindrome is?
The name Tenet didn't make any sense to me.
The name it's Tenet is a palindrome. A palindrome is like a word.
Oh, that like in the middle, it's like
You can like
mirror?
if you like turn it backwards, it's the same.
Yeah.
It's
Gotcha.
the same word, right?
Gotcha.
So, like that movie essentially kind of plays out sort of like a palindrome, right? And it's kind of
interesting.
crazy because there's a lot going on in that movie, and it's like super confusing. Like even Inception was like a pretty big mind fuck at the time.
I didn't see that movie.
You never seen Inception?
No. I own it on Blu-ray.
I know, my goodness.
No.
I'm
very hit and miss with
have the three of us
Christopher Nolan.
seen a movie like that we've all seen?
Mighty Ducks 3,
Yeah, we've all seen the Mighty Ducks 3.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2.
Yeah, hell yeah, we have. That's the best one. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, we can do that too. I mean, I'd be down to watch that.
You know what's funny? This is like becoming like a brainstorming. This is supposed to be Free Talk Friday. It just became like, we should do this movie. We should do this movie. We should do this movie. But maybe we should do this movie first because Adam's a pussy.
Well, hey, if any of the movies we've talked about pique your interest, let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
definitely.
please do.
Whichever. Yeah, we don't have any. We don't hold supreme order. The audience does.
Supreme.
We are people of the people.
Sorry.
I'm just like, I feel like every episode you guys just like go on and I'm just like, what?
Because we're children.
This is why when you said you came. This is why when you said you're coming back, we were just like, oh, thank
Oh,
goodness.
no.
Well, no,
Oh,
it was a
Dad's
mixture-
coming home.
Yeah, it was a mixture of the guy who created the podcast is coming back to claim what is rightfully his and spank us. No. Anyway,
All right. Well, like to wrap this up, like, I don't know, what's like the most critically acclaimed movie you would say that you saw? Or would you'd,
I've seen.
yeah, like,
well, you haven't even mentioned any of the There Will Be Bloods. You know,
Yeah,
that's
I
like
mean,
your favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, but I mentioned that in the last one.
Yeah, you did. Well, it was
Like I love that movie. Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Another dope one.
did you like critically acclaimed movies? That's why. Because I'm having a hard time thinking.
Yeah,
Of
I
one.
would say my like ultimate favorite. I mean, other than There Will Be Blood, would be No Country for Old Men.
That's
Yeah,
a
true.
fantastic
That's a
movie
fucking
too, and
wild
the book
movie.
is good too.
Yeah.
Darn.
But that I also have
That
a
movie's
huge love
so
for the Coen
good.
brothers, and I love pretty much everything
Yeah.
they do. So
Okay.
that also. But I will say though, because I think I've mentioned this, that the first time I watched No Country for Old Men, I was like, I don't know, fucking 17, 16.
Mm-hmm.
And this is before I like really got into film and like all that shit. So I was really ignorant to film. I liked comedies, and that was about it. Like if
Well,
a movie didn't make me laugh, then I didn't like it. Like,
I'm still like that.
and I remember the first time I watched like No Country for Old Men, I was like, this movie sucks.
No
Like,
way.
There's nothing happening. And then when like at the ending, I was like, he's just gonna go.
Yeah.
He's just gonna. That's it.
He
Like,
just walks
I was
away?
so like not used to the bad guy not getting his
yeah.
comeuppance.
Oh,
You
man,
know what I
it's
mean?
so-
Like
it's
I'd never seen a movie like that before. And
Well,
it
well,
pissed me off.
Spoilers.
I mean, to be
but-
honest with you, the first time I saw what's the one you like a lot? Fucking Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Yeah.
First time I saw that movie too, I was like, I just sat through this whole goddamn movie to like not even get like a fucking ending.
The
here.
guy's hanging off the
Right?
bridge.
I
love that ending so good.
But that's what I'm saying. Now I think that ending is amazing, and like he's got the phone in his mouth and everything. It's perfect. It's like, but when I was a kid, I was stupid, and I had never seen movies where you didn't get resolution. So I was like, this sucks. Like, you know what I mean?
All right, so a critically acclaimed movie for you is like No Country for Old Men, then, right?
Definitely my favorite. Yeah.
Adam, you got an answer?
All the critically acclaimed movies that I have watched, Travis has introduced me to for the most part. But I will say Monster.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
Because Monster is a wicked awesome movie, and I'm squeamish and stuff when it comes to that. That
you know who's
crazy
really
stuff.
Good
But
in that movie too is what's her face?
Oh,
Ricci?
Christina
Yeah.
Ricci, yeah.
She's
True.
amazing.
Yeah.
I've never seen that movie.
You've never seen Monster?
Yeah,
you
we
go.
should. Okay,
Oh
so let's
man,
do
don't
that
make me
one.
watch it.
Let's do that one on the podcast. This guy.
Why don't you want to watch Monster?
I'll watch it again. As long as you don't have to watch Spun, then I'm fine.
Oh God.
I'm going to really try for the rest of my life to never watch Spun again, but actively tell everybody how good of a movie it was.
It's
That movie spun me out.
You
it does.
spun
It's
me.
like Requiem for a Dream. It's just like a
Yeah.
crazy fucking watch.
One
You
time
probably
is
don't
enough.
ever want to do it again.
One
Yeah.
time is enough. You know
One
what
time
I mean?
is definitely enough for Requiem for a Dream.
Yeah.
I'll go with my answer. I'm gonna be like Christopher Nolan, Inception. Like I think that is probably like a movie that is like should have won Best Director, Best Picture,
Ooh.
whatever. Like
Wait,
it was
what won
just-
that year?
Everything.
Like I don't know what won that year, but I know Christopher Nolan didn't win Best Director until last year when Oppenheimer came out.
Okay.
I haven't seen that one either, which I
which-
did. I wanted to.
That's a crazy good movie.
I'm definitely down to watch that as well.
But yeah, like I feel like also that's like kind of not fair because like Christopher Nolan that's like also kind of like a war movie too because it's about like,
Oh, fuck
making
yeah.
the bomb in World
Yeah,
War II.
absolutely.
So the Oscars like, oh, of course we'll give you Best Director.
Yeah,
for
do you
a
think
war
like the
movie.
Oscars are biased like that?
Well, I know that's like the thing, right? It's just like
Are they?
I can see, like I said, I used
You
to
don't
like
know,
it
maybe.
when I was like early 20s, late, like, you know what I mean? I used to like watching the Oscars, and then I think it's like their formula is something you can really get sick of fast.
Okay.
yeah. I mean, I think it's like for me, it always introduces me to new movies. Like I wouldn't have
Yeah,
ever
that's
seen like Slumdog Millionaire if it
I've
hadn't
never
won
seen that
Best
movie either.
Picture that year. And that movie is actually like I think one of the few
That
movies
movie's-
that deserves to win Best
It,
Picture.
it was good. It was a good movie. It's all right.
I guess we'll get into that another time.
No, it was a good movie. I remember when it came out, and then people were just like, "This movie, like, I've never heard anything
Yeah.
about this movie at all," and it's won Best Picture.
That movie wasn't even in my local theater until it won Best Picture.
Yeah,
Really?
see, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like, WTF, guy?
WTFK. I would say a close second for me would be Boogie Nights.
Ooh.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Marky
man.
Mark?
I've never seen Boogie Nights.
You never seen Boogie
Oh,
Nights?
Dude, Paul Thomas Anderson, man.
Boogie Nights is actually
Oh,
like
true.
Yeah.
I
That's
have
a Paul
my-
Thomas Anderson movie?
Yeah, man.
I have
Wow.
my reservations about Marky Mark, but Boogie Nights.
Boogie Marks.
Boogie Marks.
That was amazing.
Boogie Marks. It's like a new cereal that he's gonna come out with. But yeah, but no, Boogie Nights is actually a really, really good movie. Take Travis's word for it. I can vouch for him. It's a good movie. But you know, it's also a good movie. Rockstar with Jennifer Aniston and Mark Wahlberg. You've never seen Rockstar? Okay.
I think I have.
That movie
like,
is a
way,
movie-
way back in the day, like TBS.
I don't
movie.
know if it's a good.
TBS
I don't
movie.
remember if it's a good movie or not, but I definitely am down to watch it. But yeah. Whew.
I think you should just watch Almost Famous. It's probably better.
That movie
That's
is
separate.
actually really good too.
That's
I like
actually on
Almost
my-
Famous is a good movie too.
That's on my watch list on
I've never seen it.
Criterion.
Let's do
You've
it.
never seen Almost Famous?
No.
Have you ever seen
Always
Almost
wanted
Famous? I saw a little bit of Almost Famous with my ex-girlfriend, but I was not paying attention.
All right. Well,
So
I guess
that's
that's
going to be
why-
fun.
I think on that note, we'll wrap it up.
All right.
I remember the I'm on drugs part, but you know, like,
If you liked what you saw, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, check us out.
and get used to this surrounding.
Yes.
We're finally home, so I'm just really stoked, really excited.
It's going to be sick. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Peace out,
See
everybody.
you next time.